How's it going today, everyone? This is KaijumieAddict, your host, bringing you a brand new X Plus figure review. Today we are looking at the X Plus Super 30 centimeter G-Store exclusive Godzilla 1999 figure. Let's not waste any time and let's dive right in now. First things first, I just want to let you guys know that this figure was scanned off of the actual Godzilla 2000 suit that they did actually have to fix and repair and repaint for this figure and for promotional use as well. So what we have here is really the most accurate Godzilla 1999 as far as the suit goes on the market ever, period. And that's probably the absolute best thing about this figure is the fact that because it's the suit that's scanned, it's just really highly detailed. Like, look at the head and the mouth, the teeth, the jaw. This head sculpt is my favorite part on this figure. I love looking at this head sculpt. I love the mouth. I like that it's not all the way open, but not all the way closed. I like we can see all the teeth. They're individually sculpted. I like the paint apps in the mouth. I love the snout. I love the ears. I like how cranky he looks at some angles and other angles. Like this one, he kind of looks surprised. The glass eyes is beautiful. They do almost seemingly move around with you a little bit when you are moving around the room or if you're taking photos. So like right here, it kind of, it kind of looks like it's shifting a little bit. Not too much, but it definitely gives that appearance. And I think it just adds a level of depth to this figure that is just super, super realistic. It's just amazing. Here's a silhouette shot of the back of the head. I just love the way this figure looks. I had so much fun with this review and taking video. This was one of the times where it was just like, I didn't stop taking video. I filmed for like an extra hour just because I was having so much fun and reshooting some of these shots. The detail on this sculpt is just insanity. I love the way this body looks. I love the way the neck looks. This is the Godzilla, this is my first Godzilla. So I'm very, very critical of this figure. And I'm not going to sit here and deny that. I think this figure is just perfect. Okay? I think this figure is just perfect. I love these suit creases in the hips. I I just love it. I talk about it in every Safubi X Plus review almost. I love it when they add like little suit details to these figures. I mean, once again, this is scanned off the suit, so obviously it's going to have that. Now, the one thing that I wasn't going to be super crazy on, which I want to point out here while I'm looking at the arms as the pose, but now that I have this figure in hand, just something about the pose really does it for me now. This arm is still a little weird, but comparatively to how I felt about the promo shots, I am way more positive of this figure in hand than not in hand. It just kind of helps. It's super detailed. Here's the legs. They're just big. Not too big, but they're muscular. And the feet, they've kind of got that suit thing where it looks like they're not being worn, so they're kind of scrunched in a little bit. It's just the saucy detail. And the paint. The paint is spectacular. I love these toenails. They're just dirty enough, I would say. And the fingernails, they're just perfect enough. And just the rest of this body, it's an incredible piece. The depth, the lighting messes with it so much. It's wonderful. I've got tons of photos of this figure. We're going to go down to the back now, though, and look at all the detail along the edges of the dorsal plates. Look at just all of this. It's incredible at how pointy and spiky this Godzilla is. It is amazing. I love that we have these extra details being brought out on a suit figure and not just the Yuji Sakai design. This was my biggest wish list. I wanted a really, really nice suit accurate Godzilla 2000, and now I have one in my collection. It's just so much detail. I can sit here and stare at this figure and talk about this figure for a long time because it's just goddamn beautiful. Interesting to note, though, that on the suit that there's this interesting gap between the spines. I'd never noticed that, but it's interesting, And the tail here, the tail is pretty decently long, but it's got this huge kind of curve that a lot of X Plus figures do, especially for the larger tailed Godzillas. But it's a really nice angle. Is it a little similar to the Final Wars Yuji Sakai art? A little bit, yeah. It would have been kind of cool if maybe they could have wired it to look, I don't know, a little bit more swooping up towards the back and not to the right, maybe. But so far, shelf-wise, this is helping a lot because I can stick something on the other end of this tail, and the tail isn't hitting the wall, so it's not getting scraped, and it's also not bumping into other Godzillas. My 74 fits right next to him. When you put him in on the right side, it's just wonderful. So I've got to give it to him. And the color on these dorsal plates, I'm gonna let us get to the dorsal plates to talk about the color, but I am oohing and awing over these colors, man. It's just incredible, this sculpt. What I'm hoping for the Super 30 centimeter line is that we continue with sculpts of the suits, scans of the suits, or the CGI files that are in the movie for the CGI characters. So Shin, the Legendary series, kaiju like that, designs like that. It's just really fancy. And here they are, the beautifully painted dorsal plates in their glory. My favorite thing about this Godzilla are these dorsal plates. The head sculpt and the dorsal plates, they're equal. I love this choice with this figure. I love the way these are painted. I love that although it's not Godzilla 99 accurate, and it's not Godzilla 2000 accurate, or Godzilla vs. Megaguirus, with the current suit, this is what they're painted to look like. As I said, this suit got reduxed pretty recently so it could do promotional stuff. So you got to remember that this is how the suit looks right now. If you are lucky enough to go to Japan, or if you live in Japan and this suit is being displayed, this is what they'll look like. I cannot wait to go to Japan to test this out myself. So, starting off the size comparisons, we have the X Plus 30 centimeter Yuji Sakai modeling collection Shin Godzilla. This is the G-Store variation. As you can see, Shin is taller than Godzilla, but bulk-wise, this Godzilla 99 is way larger than Shin. Next, we have the Marusan 350 Godzilla 2000, and I gotta say, these are my two favorite Godzilla 2000s in my collection. I love the molds on these. I like that I have a beautiful suit variation and a beautiful Safubi version. Speaking of Safubi, here's the M1 Duo with the original 99 mold that they've just recently started doing new colorways for, and of course the Godzilla 2000 on the tricycle because it's just a wonderful figure. Second to last, we have the Marmot Godzilla 2000. This is the roaring version. Love these two next to each other. Perfect representations of the suit, once again. So it's wonderful to see this and the other Marmot Godzilla. This is the Marmot Monster Heaven. This is probably my third favorite mold. So having all these wonderful suit-accurate Godzilla 2000s in my collection is a dream come true. Wrapping up the review, this Godzilla 1999 is absolutely impressive. I cannot believe that this figure came out even better than what I think was shown to us. I think this is a hit out of the park. The sculpt and paint are out of this world. The accuracy is obviously pretty much 100% because it's a scan of the suit, and my satisfaction with this is a 10, which for right now is gonna kind of how I'm gonna be reviewing these figures. So hopefully that helps break down my thoughts a little bit clearer. Thank you guys for watching. Peace, rock on, stay safe. Remember to go down to my description, click on the links below to all the wonderful channels, Instagrams, and Facebook pages that are available for you guys to join, and I'll see you in the next video.